Alright guys, you know what you're looking at, you know what it is. It's a Volvo 240. It's 1992, one of the last ones made, and yeah, have had this for about 3 years now. And when I got it, it was in a bit of a bad shape, leaking a lot of oil. The exhaust was done, had rust. But apart from that, it was actually alright. Like, interior wise is really good, and that's the reason why I bought it in the first place. I was originally wanting to do an EV conversion on one of these, so I was looking for one that just had really good interior. I didn't care so much about the other pieces. As you see, it's got pretty high kilometers on it, and that's actually broken, so it's close to 480,000. But driving it, you wouldn't even know, because we've got it to a point now where it just drives incredible. It drives as good as some modern cars that I've used. And yeah, it's just fantastic. I'm not even sure if I'll ever do an EV conversion on it now, because it's just great. And why waste all those resources on a car that just works? So when I got it, we had rust all along the roof here. So we've redone the roof. Completely new paint job. You can actually see some of the paint is not matching here, and you can see more of the faded paint here on the hood. We're in Australia, by the way, if you hadn't worked it out yet, and the sun can really hit these things. It's fared pretty well, I think, but you can definitely see there is a bit of a paint mismatch there. The guy who had it before me, he'd had it for something like 15 years. He really cared for this car, you could tell. And he had some other Volvos as well, I noticed when he dropped it off. But really cared for it, and been great to care for it and do a bit of work on it myself now, with some professional help as well. So this is all rusted in between the windscreen. We had to put a new windscreen in as well. We had to put in a brand new exhaust system because we had rust through it and it was kind of falling apart. So we've got a brand new exhaust system throughout the car. I took the tail bar off because I'm never going to use it. We installed some strips here. We've got on heritage plates in Victoria. It's one of the last 240s. I'm guessing they stopped doing trim levels on some of the last. I'm actually not sure. Be really interested if anyone knows how they did trim levels on the last ones. So this is a 1992 one, as you can see from the window there. And looking inside of it, this is why I'm not sure, because I suppose towards the end, I mean, they were selling other cars at the time too, Volvo, I mean, 740, etc. But notice we have actually electric windows here, and we have an airbag, which you wouldn't expect on a car like this from this era. I love having an airbag. This thing's so cool. I haven't seen many with them. I've actually had two 240s before this. One still in the family. I might be able to show you. It actually came back. Long story for another time. But I love the blue. The blue is awesome. There's no cloth interior on these later models, it seems. That is just a hard interior, which is great. Doesn't get all dirty. We can just wash this. This is snapped, unfortunately. I got to replace that. But I've found a bit of a donor car as well, just an abandoned one that I've taken some parts off. Clock stopped working, so I just put another plastic panel there, replace this panel. I'm going to actually put in probably a bit of an updated sound system up, and it's only got 2 speakers. Totally fine for me. I just do go in stereo, but I think we'll update this and probably move this back to the original spot as well. But there's a little bit of crud, but like, this is not fared so well. I'm thinking one day we might be able to 3D print some replacements for that. Let's start it up though and see how it goes. Oh, we got to open the bonnet. So yeah, we've done quite a fair amount of work on the car, and now it's just running beautiful. Drive it around pretty often, just keep it moving, keep it running. Also use it as a bit of a second car as well. Great run around, just run around town. I don't take it very far. I don't take it more than 10 kilometers out of the range of my house. But yeah, I had to change the battery last year. It was kind of not running great, and I couldn't believe it. The battery kind of changed, made it all good again. So yeah, we probably need to have a look at some of the paint work here at some point. But yeah, it just runs really nice. Looking in the back here, we got a box of goodies in there actually that we're going to put on the car. We might go through that another day. But yeah, we've got the plastic floors as well, original floors. Bit of fading on some of the chairs, unfortunately, but that's going to happen. I haven't even washed these seats. This is how I got it when I bought the car. The guy really cared for it. We've also got some goodies in the boot that we're going to put on this car at a later time as well. I'll show you that. And one of the other things we updated, these are all really pretty frosted out, so we replaced the tail lights as well, and I think it looks really good, especially with the light strip at the bottom, or the reflector strip. Also put reflector strips on the front, you can see there, and we actually also replaced the Volvo badge on the front. This is just kind of a reproduction sticker I got off eBay. Not quite as nice as the original, but honestly you can't tell. It's got all the black kind of trim around, so it doesn't have the chrome dip or the chrome trim. I actually prefer the black. Notice this handle does not match, it's been replaced. Also have another matching chrome handle. Maybe I'll put it on the other door at some point, not sure. And it's got central locking and remote central locking, so that's great. Not really sure what's happening here. Might have to look at that another time. I know this is not actually working. But probably need to replace that, or have a look at some of the electrics for it. So this is it. This is my Volvo 240. Had it for 3 years, just enjoying my time with it, and its name's Gioia. So hopefully you enjoyed it. Let me know what you think of the car. If you've got a Volvo 240, would love to hear about yours and how it's different to my one, or if you know anything about this particular trim from 92. This one is made in Sweden. I know we did assemble some in Australia at some point as well. This one is made in Sweden, October 92 build date. So one of the last ones, which is great. We got all the innovation that was put into the 240 over its life cycle, plus everything they learned about the later cars they built as well. That's it, guys. Hope you enjoy it. We'll take it for a drive next time.